shit. All right, we here. Hold on, let me put it on Do Not Disturb just in case. What the hell is this shit? Do Not Disturb. Yeah, thank you. All right, my bad, guys. I had to put on Do Not Disturb last two episodes ago. Somebody called and fucked the whole shit up. So,
Yeah.
but we're here, episode 57.
57.
Week 18 of the NFL.
First episode. Oh, not second episode of the year, right?
Yeah, this is the first episode after the New Year.
Yep.
So, Happy New Year, I guess. Hopefully,
you're
working on your resolutions already. Everybody has their resolution and don't do shit.
Yeah, I hope you haven't given up on it
yet. They said the statistic was like, what, January 2nd?
Mm-hmm.
People give up on their resolution already. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Is that a real stat? That can't be real.
It is because, people don't have any discipline. So,
yeah.
It doesn't matter. But besides that, how was the week? We went back to work. So,
yeah, it was chill. We only had 2 days. Chilled a little bit. We didn't really do much. A lot of people didn't show up the last 2 days. A lot of teachers called out. A lot of parents called out. You know what I'm saying? So the building was kind of empty, but it was chill. Nothing crazy during the week.
Same over here. Nothing crazy. A lot of high schools didn't come back because I think a lot of their parents are still off to the 6th, like this Monday coming up.
Yeah. A lot of people still weren't in over. Like I had to call people for like office spots and they were still out till Monday. I'm like, damn.
I saw teachers like having to cover like 2 classes. They were even asking some parents just like, hey, just watch it for like 10 minutes because you would hear over the overspeaker. This person go to this room, this person. I was just like, God damn.
Yeah.
They even said it was like the board was worried. So I was like, I don't know what you want to do about it, but
yeah, whatever. So let's get into these subjects.
First topic. Miami Heat suspend Jimmy Butler for because he wanted a trade. Because he went on after they lost, I think it was the last Thursday, and he said he wants to find his love with basketball somewhere else.
He literally told the Heat that he wants to play for anyone but them. He said, trade me to any other team. I just want to play for you. Trade me to the Hornets. Trade me to the fucking... I don't care. Anybody. He don't care. He doesn't want to be there no more. And it has to do with money.
It has to do with money.
He's getting paid $55 million next year, which is good. You know what I mean? Someone like Cat is getting paid $50 million. He's getting paid more than Cat. So, and Cat's having a tremendous year.
Yeah. So
you're getting paid good money. The issue is that he wants an extension.
Yes, and Pat Riley doesn't want to give him an extension. It's usually Pat Riley stuff,
Yeah. But how old is Butler? Is he like 34 or something like that? 35 around there?
Yeah, he's up there. He's a vet. Yeah. But like, I was listening to Paul Pierce and he was like, the Heat culture, the Heat way. Sometimes Pat Riley, he's a little too rigid. Like I get it, but like I'm like, bro, just let him go. If he just let him go. Like with Paul Pierce was like he ran Wade out of town. He ran LeBron out of town. Well, LeBron wanted to leave, but he kind of forced Wade out. Like I'm like,
he's Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
If he sees you dwindling down, he's not gonna pay you. Mm-hmm. He's gonna let the other team do it you for the next 2 years and figure it out.
I'm like, bro, you can't do that all the time. I think this is the one time you should just be like, hey, let's send you off. Because suspending him, what's that gonna do? Like at this point,
but Riley don't play that.
Yeah, I know, but
like he should be probably traded after the suspension.
Yeah,
like 7 days. They're gonna take themselves 7 days to find him a team to go to because he can't. That team's trash right now.
But see, this is what I'm trying to say.
Like, he just totally destroyed the locker room.
Yeah.
So and it's like, yeah, Jimmy Butler plays hard. I respect his game on the court, but it's starting to see a pattern here, from Chicago to Minnesota. He didn't stay in Philadelphia that long to cause anything.
No, that was on the organization. They chose to buy his hair. So
yeah, but I'm saying he didn't stay there long enough to cause anything. He got with the Heat now. He's been good with the Heat. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't said anything. But now this is going on, and you're really, sometimes you got. I mean, I understand. You got to look at the business.
Yeah. Let's
say he is. I don't know how if you can look up his age. 34, 35. Not everyone's LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can expect them to I guess look at what they did with Curry. Curry's older. They gave him a 2-year contract. And what he makes, $65 million, some shit like that?
It's 35.
35. Yeah. So he's up there.
Mm-hmm.
So look what the Warriors did with Steph. You know what I'm saying? Give him 2 years, $60-something million each year. Jimmy, you ain't Steph.
Nope.
He may feel like he is. And sometimes, like, bro, you were great for the team. You're not Wade. And they treated Wade like that, like you said, come on, bro. It's called Wade County.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, different.
They got rid
yeah. So you have to look at the business wise, and sometimes you got to look at also where you're at, because the Heat organization, if they want to take a pay cut, sometimes maybe take the pay cut because now you go to another team. They're not as disciplined. They're not as the culture's not the same.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It depends what organization you get traded to. Look at someone like Julius Randle. He was bitching at the Knicks. Oh, I want a big extension. I want money because they just gave OG Anunoby 40-something mil.
Yeah, no, he's on.
And I think Randle was getting paid 30 or 27, something like that. And then Brunson took a big pay cut. So they're probably gonna Randle like, bro, Brunson got a pay cut. We need you to take a pay cut. Nah, I got him before Brunson. Y'all treated him better. All this shit. Right? They go to Minnesota. What now? They want you out of Minnesota now.
Yeah.
They're asking for your head.
Because he's too ball dominant. He's made Ant-Man a spot up shooter. It's like, bro, you can't do that. Like, this isn't your team. But like, he doesn't get that. He's in his own way.
And the issue with that is that it was crazy. I saw a stat. They said when they played on TNT, they said Randle has scored double-digit points for the Timberwolves for every game. I think it's like 30-something games. Every game this year, he has put up double-digit points, and the team is 17-17. What does that say, bro?
That says you're getting in your own way. And Charles Barkley and them, I was watching Inside the NBA, they made a real point, too. They're like, Randle has gotten in the way of Nas's redevelopment because he's a spot-up shooter now. It's like, bro, you're not a point guard, bro. Like, like, bro, you can't play like this, but he doesn't get that, and so that's why he's all over the place, and it's hard when you have people like that where they're good, but you know when you're not winning, the complaining is gonna come. They're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. So it's just it's a really tough situation. I would just say get out of it rather than wait for it, but. Pat, I don't want you to always have this stigma about you that it's the Heat culture way. And it's like, bro, just loosen it up a little bit. That's all. I'm not saying give him the free reign, but I'm just saying dial it back a little bit.
He just wants more money.
Yeah.
The thing is, in that culture, sometimes like it was funny. Just like last week, I was watching a Knicks game, and after the Knicks game, they had the post game, and I just had the TV on. I was like doing something else. And it was a little podcast with Sprewell and Starks was on it. They have a Knicks podcast on MSG. So they just put like all Knicks players in there, like almost every episode, just all Knicks. So then they asked him about Pat Riley. And he was like, the thing with Pat Riley was, like, you know that in the off season, we ain't doing shit. So Pat Riley can't go to your house and force you to work out. So there was demands that when you came in the training camp, you had to have a certain amount of body fat. You had to be able to run like 5 miles in like a couple fucking like a less than a minute. You know what I'm saying? You had to have parameters to come into the game in shape. And it's like, is that a bad thing? You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Is that a bad thing? Like I took my son to a high school and they have what they call there a basketball program. And he was explaining to me, the guy, he's like, there's not a basketball team. We have a program. So that means like after school, he has automatic study hall. 3 to 4, he does his homework. 4 to 6 is basketball practice. Some Tuesday is weightlifting. Thursday, they have a whole program. Then the part of the program is when there's no basketball season, you have to join the school's cross country. So you're running cross country in the off season when basketball's not going on. Is that a bad thing? Do you look at that and be like, oh, you overworking my kid, man, my kid? What the fuck is this shit? But you're teaching them discipline. You're teaching them that, you know, the Lakers don't have that kind of culture. So now, guess what? You have someone like Kobe coming in, like with the Heat culture mentality, and the rest of the team is sleeping, they partying, they drinking, and now you're butting heads because Kobe's in the thing like, yo, what the fuck y'all doing? You know what I mean? But if you have everyone on the same page and you're doing that, it's better for the team. You know what I'm saying? But some people just don't want to do that shit. They don't want to do that shit.
And like I always say, these aren't kids; these are grown men. So it's hard. It's kind of hard to do that because I got mortgage, bro.
Yeah, you got a family.
You like, yo? Can you imagine like Pat Riley? Hey, bro, I got a kid, man. Like,
no, at home, when you're making that much money, you're the what they call the patriarch, matriarch, or whatever. Yeah. You're making all the money. The family looking up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, your word is God.
Gospel, yeah.
God, yeah, it's gospel. Then you go to the heat coach and Pat Riley's like, man, sit your ass down, sit your ass up. You're like, it's hard to be pride. That's what not everybody can humble themselves and be like, all right, like with Bill Belichick, Greg Popovich, Tim Duncan and Tom Brady were great players, making all this money, ran the family, but they were humble enough to be like, all right, fuck it.
Yep.
Rip me like rip everybody else.
Yeah.
And you see what happened with that dynasties.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just depends on how you want to do it.
Like I was like, even to the coaching thing, I know you remember him, Giants coach Tom Coughlin. Strahan had to be like, hey, you can't talk to us like that.
Yeah.
And they came talk. I think there needs to be a compromise instead of like being like, hey, I don't mind you yelling at me, but tone it back a little bit. That's all I'm saying with Pat Riley. Just because like Strahan and Tuck, they were all saying, they were like, yo, we talked to Coughlin, you yelling at us and all this type of stuff. It's like, it won't work. Remember, that's the year they won. They did that whatever thing, and then that's what happened. Sometimes you gotta roll with the times, and I think Pat Riley sometimes gets lost. He's still thinking like, "Yo, you Kareem? I'll talk to you the way I talk."
Yeah,
like, I'm not Kareem. Like, you know, like just take it back a little bit, Pat Riley. Like I get it. You know, they always say older people are rigid. Like they don't know. They like whatever got me to the top. I'm staying with that. I'm like, I get it. But
times change.
Yeah, these are different players. You know, like we get it. You know, you can't talk to like Ant-Man. You're not gonna talk to Ant-Man the same way you talk to Kobe. Like, that's different mindsets. So I don't know. Like I would say just get rid of him. I would say move on. I think the suspension is needed because he embarrassed the team by saying stuff like that. That's not needed. That's on you, Jim Butler. That's you not being a man at that point. Like whatever you got beef with, keep it in the locker room. You ain't got to spread out like that. So we'll see what happens. And then what we got
look at the playoffs,
college football playoffs. So you have
see this bracket. Ugh. But damn, Penn State is in the Final Four.
Penn State is one game away from.
I didn't expect it to go this far. I'll be honest. That they're really a solid team though, and it's more of a team. They don't have like a star.
No, there's no even the tight end. But Penn State's been producing Mike Gesicki, Pat Freiermuth. Like they always have good tight ends, so I'm not worried about that. The quarterback is always the question for me because I never know he's going to play here or there.
Yeah.
So you have Penn State versus Notre Dame. It happens Thursday. And then you have Ohio State versus Texas. Ohio State's on a mission. I should have.
I thought Oregon was going to beat them.
I should have. Something in my gut was telling me.
Yeah,
Ohio State.
Yeah, they were saying that Ohio State.
Yeah, I was like I think Ohio State because they're trying to prove because I can bet you the coach like, see, they want me fired and all that stuff. Now you got the kids playing at an extremely high level because that Oregon game was a wash after the first quarter.
Yeah.
Like I was just like,
I was surprised. I thought it was gonna be a better game than that.
I was like, but you know what? Oregon will look flashy when they go out and lost, though. Like,
but I want to say this: the college football playoffs, man. Now you see why it was the right decision. Mm-hmm. Because let's say you would have had the same thing last year, Ohio State probably made the final. It was 4 teams only.
They lose to Michigan,
so they would have been out. Mm-hmm. And then Oregon would have went on and won. You know, like they deserved it. Hey, you don't know, man. Now with the playoffs, anybody can win, bro. And it's real college football now. Because that's what it was back in the day when these crazy bowl games would happen. And Doug Flutie throws a fucking Hail Mary. And there's all this wild shit going on. It's like now you could actually bring that kind of shit back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do like it. The only thing I would say is why do the higher ranked teams don't get home playoff games? But they can work on that. Like that, those are a little iffy. But like besides that, I loved everything about it. It's longer, which I didn't like. Remember, like they would win and then it'd be like 40 days off. I was like, that's ridiculous. You can't have 40 days off between the last time you played. People get rusty. People you see the NFL all the time. Sometimes the teams who get that bye week, they come out the next game.
Off 1 week.
And they lose. So,
yeah,
Ohio State, I don't know if Texas is ready for this juggernaut that's what they're about to face.
I don't think so.
They're a good team.
You never know, but
yeah, but I
Ohio
think
State's on a run right
I
now.
think the motivation. I think they have so much what is it? They have so much bulletin board material. So now they're like, oh, they called you guys out. You guys lost to Michigan. So now they have all that stuff in their head, and that's what they're playing off of. And that's a hard team to beat because they, like you said, like last time, everyone's locked in, and you could see everyone's locked in from jump. Like they didn't let Oregon breathe at all, and Oregon's used to this fast pace, and Ohio, no. And I was just like, oh, but. I don't like the Oregon coach either. He talks a little bit too much for me, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So you have some games this week. Penn State plays Thursday, right? And then Ohio State plays Friday. So we'll see about those games. I just hate that they're during the day. They're like 4 p.m. Like, God, come on.
Work.
Yeah, man. Like even if you're not at work, you're getting off work, so it's like it's kind of hard to like be there for the game, but. Listen, I'm gonna be rocking Penn State all day. Penn State wins, goes to the national championship. Win or lose,
they're pretty even with Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And the thing too is they're both coming in there like guys who aren't supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be a tough game, but you never know.
Yeah. So, you have any picks, or are we waiting for that day? You got any picks for it?
For what
for the Final Four?
The Final Four.
Yeah, who do you think's gonna win?
I'm gonna say Ohio State. I don't know, man. Penn State, Notre Dame's tough.
Yeah, they're more even than Ohio State and Texas. That's one thing I'm looking at.
I like Penn State's running game though.
Yeah,
that's the thing I'm probably leaning more towards.
A Big Ten national championship. Wow, that would be fucking big.
That's why I'm leaning more towards Penn State, but I mean, we'll see.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It all depends. You know what it is? If it does come down to toughness. And both defenses are playing at a high level, and it takes away the run game for Penn State. Can the quarterback pull it out? You know what I'm saying? That's the big issue because he hasn't put in that position yet.
No, and
they've been kind of run game dominant.
Defenses takes over, so they kind of do this type of stuff around. So yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
And then another, still staying with NFL. These playoffs, man. The playoff picture is going to be set today. You have Lions versus Vikings fighting for number 1 seed. I think you went with the Lions on this game, right?
Yeah, I went with the Lions. Yeah.
I think I went with the Lions too. Our executive producer went with the Vikings. I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, this is a tough game. The thing is though, I just think that they're playing at
they're playing the Lions.
Please. Yeah, so that's crazy.
Yeah,
and I don't know, man. I just think the Lions, man, they really right now because Ben Johnson's there.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson is the most coveted coach right now. Every team wants this dude who doesn't have a coach. And this might be the last year you have him.
Yeah. So they might want to,
So this team is really playing like this has to happen this year.
This is our suit.
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta win it this year.
Yeah.
All the injuries, all that type of stuff doesn't matter. But the Vikings are no joke.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sam Darnold, man. The man is slightly in the MVP conversation.
Yeah.
We know he's not gonna win, but it's like to say Sam fucking Darnold is in
in talks
of MVP. Yo, this is crazy. No matter who wins or loses, Sam Darnold's win because now they're looking at talking about changing McCarthy. You see what happens? Guys, coaching fucking matters, man. Listen, coaching fucking matters, man. Like, and there was a slight stretch where I was watching Sam Darnold, like, throw interceptions. His coach never yelled at him. You didn't see, like, berate him. He'd be like, I see Justin Jefferson, like, bite his lip a little bit. Like, I want I'll do Justin Jefferson for 50 yards plus. And Jahmyr Gibbs, anytime touchdown for that game because that's a big game. Everyone. So that you got that one, you got the Bengals playoff life on the line.
They're out.
Yeah.
The Dolphins and the Dolphins and the Broncos. And the Broncos both gotta lose, and the Broncos are winning in.
The Broncos are facing Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
tells
and,
me
and probably a lot of defensive starters probably ain't gonna play.
Yeah, no, it's
It's gonna be a skeleton crew out there.
So, if the Broncos lose, they deserve everything.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some wild shit in NFL before.
I'm not seeing this though. I'm not seeing this.
No, Bonus is playing wild.
Yeah,
Bonus has been been locked in. That game last week against the Bengals was fucking sick, and
that was just the Bengals just being like just crazy like that.
Yeah,
and Bo Nix played. He's great. I'll say this. I didn't think a 6-year.
I didn't think his arm was that.
Yeah,
I didn't think his arm was that good.
Yeah,
I thought he was more intermediate guy, like 17, 20 yards. He's letting that shit.
And he had an arm like that touchdown to tie the game. That was
That 60-yard bomb to Mims.
Yo, I'm like,
that was on the
wow.
money, bro.
I was like, okay.
He's been playing crazy.
I don't like Sean Payton. I still say fuck Sean Payton, but he did see the talent. I gotta give him credit on that.
And he also got rid of Russ, and he said he wanted his quarterback.
Yeah,
and
he got his quarterback. He
did what he said he would do. So you can't get mad at Sean Payton. He's a dick sometimes, but
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you know what? I don't like the way you treated some quarterback, but when you get your quarterback, you show me that.
And you know what? Guess what? Bo Nix barked at him back.
Yep.
He probably needs that shit.
He needs someone to go back and forth. Like, bro, but I'm like, people, like, it's a rookie, so he can do it. Bro, when we were just talking about last time, I ain't got time to talk to you, bro. Like, I got wife and kids, bro. You good, nigga. Like,
no, I just said a lot of episodes ago that I was like, bro, if I was in a position, I probably would act like Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bro, what are you screaming at? Like,
that's
your veins in your neck and shit. I don't even care what you say right now, bro. I would have reacted that way, but I know I have friends that
you can't talk to them. You can't talk to them like that.
They would have gotten his face.
I'd have looked at you like I've done the Russell like that. But like no.
I get both sides.
So
but Sean Payton is the type of person, not just a coach. He may be that person that needs that other guy to be like, man, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Who the fuck you yelling at? And he catches himself.
Yeah, he catch himself.
Yeah. Because you see, he got quiet. So I think Broncos take the last spot. The Dolphins, they got Skylar Moore starting at quarterback because Tua's out again. Yeah. Yo, listen, I love Tua, but bro, you not being there for their playoff chase. I don't know. Move on, bro. Yeah. Who else? So we got these playoff matches coming up. Ravens are pretty much locked in. The Bills are pretty much locked in. I don't really see.
So the Chiefs get the bye.
Uh-huh.
And then the Ravens play the last seed, or do they play the Bills?
Yeah,
the Bills play the last seed, right?
The Bills play the last seed because the Ravens will face the 6th seed.
So the Bills will face the Broncos.
Yeah, and then the 4th faces the 5th seed.
So the Ravens face who's the 5th seed? The Chargers, right?
I think
the Chargers.
Let me look it up.
Is it the fucking Hardball Bowl in the playoffs?
Oh, if Chargers beat Raiders, they will be the 5th seed.
Yeah. So Hardball Bowl in the fucking playoffs. That's dope.
Yeah.
They played tough last time when they played each other.
That's true.
So that's a toss-up game.
Oh, Baltimore's gonna face Steelers.
Oh, Baltimore's face Steelers.
Yeah, that'd be another win. There's nothing about the Steelers right now that looks good. And
wait, so what the Chargers face?
The Chargers face Houston.
Houston. That's the other team. Yeah.
So Houston's falling off a cliff too. Like
Chargers could win that.
Yeah.
Chargers could win that.
And then
Harbaugh got them playing tough.
And then Josh Allen will face Bo Nix. So like that.
That Bills should win that. But yo, bro, Broncos could play upset, bro. Mm-hmm. Broncos got a good defense. If Bo Nix plays crazy, because I don't like the Bills defense. I'll be honest with you.
If it's snowing, Bills got it.
Yeah, but I don't trust the Bills defense. No. I don't know something about them.
Their defense is really, really bad. Yeah.
If Bo Nix can start lighting shit up, and the Broncos defense fucking,
it's gonna be a shootout.
I don't know.
It's gonna be a shootout.
Yeah. So those are always playoff matchups. The only one that looks like that should be an easy win though
is the Ravens. Yeah.
No, not even the Ravens. I don't know.
Ravens versus Steelers.
Steelers don't look good right now, but playoffs is different, bro.
Yeah, but I just don't like you going in a slide.
Yeah,
like, when you're losing, going to I'd be like
you said, Zay Flowers might be out.
Yeah, so
I don't know. And we've seen Lamar choke in the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah, and Steelers defense I think Lamar has a losing record against the Steelers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
anything can happen. And then you got on the NFC side, you got the Eagles versus Packers.
That's a tough game.
Yeah.
I would say Eagles. The Eagles has been dominant all year.
Yeah, and I like they're resting. So
Eagles been dominant all year. So it looks like Eagles, but Packers. Look what they did to the Cowboys last year.
Oh yeah, that
was no one expected that. They were 27-0 at halftime.
Yep.
So you don't know. That's a tough game. That's a good game. The playoffs sound fucking dope right now.
Yeah. If Bucks win the South,
Bucks should win. They face the Saints.
Commanders win. They're the 16th versus the Rams.
That's a tough game too.
Yeah.
Commanders and Rams.
Yeah.
That's a tough game.
Because Rams are good, but I don't think they score enough. Whereas the Commanders, they're gonna put on a show. Like Jay and Dan's gonna put on a show. Like first playoff game.
Don't underestimate the heart of a champion.
Nope.
A lot of those players on that team won a
championship.
You know what I'm saying? They know how to pull out tough games. So I think it's gonna be a tough game. You got Jaden Daniels right now has been, MVP type shit this year. Can he do it when the playoffs come? Yeah. You haven't seen it yet. He's a rookie. We don't know.
And so,
from the year, watching the year, I would probably lean more towards Commanders.
Yeah, I agree.
But I still, in the scheme of things, this is another one that
knows. Playoffs, man. One winning, you go home, bro. Like people do not understand it. So
far, the only game that I would pick easy is Chargers being the Texans.
Yeah,
every game.
That's about it. Everyone is like, we're kind of in there, and then of course between the Lions and Vikings. Whoever wins is the one seed, and then whoever loses faces the Bucks. So you could have Lions versus Bucks or Vikings versus Bucks.
I would think they would win.
Yeah, I think both teams would win.
Baker Mayfield didn't make the Pro Bowl this year. He threw 42 touchdowns. Might throw 45 by the end of this game. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say no. Like Baker's had a Sam Darnold,
but they're gonna have to go to Tampa. So like that'll be the tough part. They're playing because then the Bucks won the division.
Yeah, and Baker Mayfield's been playing crazy. Like you could say, I choose the Vikings. I would say the Lions more would dominate Buccaneers, but I think the Vikings face the Buccaneers. It could be a little tougher. You know what I'm saying? Like Baker, and then look at it. You had Baker and Sam Darnold playing each other now.
Yeah.
They're both kind of called bust.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? The tails were over the bus. But I have a follow-up. You think division winners should automatically get the home game? So, like, you see how the Bucks get a home game over a team that has, like, these teams both have 14 wins.
Yeah, I've heard that conversation come up. I've heard the conversation come up even that sometimes it's in the division, they're, like, 9-8. They make it. And then, like, the third-place team in the NFC North is, like, 11-5, and then they don't make it.
Yeah.
So I've heard that argument, but I don't know. You're in that division. Literally, in my fantasy playoffs, one of the guys in the division who went to the playoffs, won the division. He was 6-7, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And three guys in my league, one of the guys got bumped out. We were all tied.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like, bro, he got bumped out of the playoffs. You got a better record than that dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
That shit sucks.
But I guess this is what it is. Yeah. Like, you win the division, you win the division.
I think you win your division, you should get that automatic. Yeah. You should just get one. And I know it sucks because you're the Lions or the Vikings. You're like, bro, I got 14 fucking wins. You barely won this shitty-ass division. So, maybe they'll look into it. I don't think so. I think it's just in there with the NFL. But the way it's looking, we got some really, really good games today. Going in this. So, and the matchups today, besides the Lions, Vikings.
You can go to Twitter, on Instagram, PGN Pod.
Yeah.
You can check out MVP picks, but this week's kind of a wash. You know what I mean? Like a lot of guys are sitting out. Not a lot of big games going on.
Yeah.
The biggest game is Lions and Vikings. At the nighttime. You know what I'm saying? So
I would say look at some games because some players have incentives. Like like I just saw Mike Evans need like 80-something yards to catch 1,000. That's probably like an extra payoff bonus for him. So
I've seen that actually on Twitter. They're saying that some guy put a list of all everybody's incentives that you can bet.
Yeah, you can bet on them because they're gonna want to get them their points and stuff like that. Sometimes it's hard to bet on that because I've heard I think Shannon Sharp told a story
One time, Kelsey told a story. Sometimes they see you get the incentive, they bet you. They've done that shit before.
Can you imagine, I'm about to get $300K and they bet you, bro. I promise you, I'm fighting everybody on the sideline.
Chance that he needed like 100 something yards to get some kind of incentive, and he said he needed like 120 some shit like that. He had 80 in the first half, and they were blowing the team out. It was last week of the year.
Yeah.
They bet you, but they didn't want to get hurt. And he needed like 30 more yards to get his $1 million, some shit like that.
Bro.
So he said that he was like that kind of hurt, but I knew in the grand scheme of things we're trying to win shit. Yeah. So you don't know.
But I'm saying, like, if you're on a losing team, I don't care about none of that, man. Send me out there, bro. Because the season's over, bro. Let me at least get my money. So.
That's probably more smart thing.
Yeah.
Bet with the guys who have incentives on
losing teams. Like
Brock Bowers.
He needs to get like the so
like over 9 receptions, something like that, or like 80 yards to get the rookie yards record, something like that. So someone like that, bet on that because they're probably gonna throw them.
Man, that's the best pickup I had in all of fantasy. I didn't think he was gonna be this.
Bro, he had like 9+ receptions, like 5 games this year. That's crazy. That's like fucking Puka Nacua number same shit.
Bro,
Puka Nacua's their rookie catch record.
Bro, he might be top 5 tight end in the league right now. Like that's but you gotta understand. And when people play fantasy, tight ends are you get the top 10 or you get no tight end. Like you're scratching and clawing for tight ends. Like I had Sam Laporta. He's been terrible all year. Like so
he was the #1 tight end ranked. Yeah.
You see what happens. That's why
I learned for next year. I'm drafting my tight end last. Fuck you. I'm not drafting the tight end. Maybe like 10th, 11th round, and some guys there. And I'm like, okay, he could be, bro. I'm not going 5 and up. Don't look at me for a tight end. I'll smack the shit out of you. I'm not doing that.
And then of course you got Rams Seahawks. I think that's the only other real matchup that really matters right now, and I think Rams win that one.
No, does it matter? I don't think it matters. I think Rams are in.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the only other matchup where I'm like, I could probably see some.
They're probably gonna start. They're probably bench players.
Yeah,
I checked my fantasy score. I don't know why I checked it today, but they had Cooper Kupp projected at 0.6 points. So he's not gonna play.
Probably gonna play.
Puka probably gonna play. Other guys ain't gonna play.
So anyway, moving on. Pepper takes. We had the moment of silence for the New Orleans Trump terror attack.
Yeah, this is a tough subject.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy out there, man.
Like New Year's Eve, like I heard of a shootout yesterday too in Queens.
In New York, bro. There's a lot of shit going on. People are angry. We always say this on the podcast. You don't know what people are capable of, like when they're angry and like there's no money coming in. So just watch out where you're going, people. Like you don't know.
It's just people, just crazy, man. Mm-hmm. Like you can't. Like, how do you fix someone who's not mentally healthy? Mm-hmm. You could try a lot of things, and I like there's a movie that I saw like a preview of, and then it intrigued me, and I wanted to see the movie, but I ended up seeing the ending of it. But the movie was basically based on a father and a mother dealing with their child's mental health. Yeah, they were trying to help him, they put him in therapy, and then the movie ended up killing himself. And it's like, sometimes, bro, people just are imbalanced. Yeah. And you could, as a family member, as a parent, you could do everything you can to get them that help. And sometimes they just can't get it together. Nope. And this is unfortunately what is going on. But, you can't explain it. People just, when something happens like this, people want answers. Yep. Sometimes there isn't an answer.
There's no answer.
Sometimes the guy is just a fucking nut.
Yep.
Like, how do you drive at like New Year's Eve, bro? At any time is horrible, but like, come on, bro. Everybody's chilling at New Year's Eve. Like, they killed students and people out there like trying to have a good time with their best friend. It's just fucked up.
And bro. You knew it was plotted too because he chose New Year's Eve, a time where everyone's gonna be out and everyone's gonna be happy and stuff like that. No one's thinking about like a shootout and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
and it had the barricades to prevent that. They had to get fixed or something, and they were waiting to get the funding from the Super Bowl to fix it, so they weren't even worried about it. Like, it's crazy out there, but like when you're in the business of public safety,
You gotta take that.
Nowadays, sad part is you can't take a day off.
You can't take.
You can't be like, oh well, today's Friday, no one's gonna be out there like that. Nah. It's essentially that happened with the Capitol.
Yeah.
They were like, oh well, Black Lives Matter. They had that shit surrounded.
Yep.
But they slept because they're like, oh, they're just white people just running around with signs.
Yep.
They ain't gonna do shit. The military was nowhere near there. And by the time the cops and everybody got there, the shit was already fucking trash.
That's the time
you can't sleep not one day.
No rest for the weary.
No, you can't.
Weary. You gotta stay vigilant.
Me, even as a person, I don't see like if I'm out with my son and I know I'm in a public area, I'm looking I'm paying attention.
Yeah.
I don't slack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just fucked up.
Yeah, it's crazy. Someone pointed out to me like I'll be at a pub or something like that. It was me and another guy.
Yeah.
The girl was like, "Why you guys always look at the door every time the door opens?" Yeah, I'm like, "You got to. I don't know who's coming in. Like, like you see door."
Yeah.
And you just check. That's why I never like having my back to the door. Like I never like doing that. I gotta see who's coming in. Cause what the fuck are people going through? Just come and start. No.
And the thing is too, even when you're in those areas like club, bar, like I don't do that really like a bar, maybe a lounge, but I don't do club things like, bro, like when I was younger, shit like that would happen. Argument happened in VIP, people started banging out, shit's flying. I went to a club when I was younger. They used to have people don't understand is that notice now there's not a lot of like areas clubs that have hip hop nights.
Yeah.
They have R&B nights, they have reggae nights, they have all other nights. They avoid hip hop nights because motherfuckers start fighting. But there was a club downtown, I don't know if you remember this shit, it was called Guitar Bar.
Yeah,
and every Thursday they had hip hop night. And I used to go there every Thursday. Like, oh shit, Bro, went there one time one Thursday, closed down. The security guard was out there. I think it was like the owner. They were out there. I'm like, oh, why be closed down? Yeah, last week there was a shootout. It's like, bro, why y'all having a shootout? People just chilling. What could have possibly happened that you at the parking lot started shooting? Like, come on, dog. Like, I just don't get this mentality, bro.
Yeah, I'm not trying to joke about it, but like everyone's drinking. Then you hear a song like "Nuck If You Buck." Can you imagine you drinking? You already got a problem. You hear "Nuck If You." Now you already, and now you, and it just spirals after that shit, man. Like that shit's crazy, man. But like we said, stay safe out there. And moving on to another topic because it's almost 1:00. Joe Budden. Charged with lewdness after being caught naked at 7 a.m. in the hallway of Edgewater apartment. Bro, what the fuck are you doing?
He said he was sleepwalking.
Nigga, just admit you got caught. Like I hate those lame ass excuses. Like we were just talking about this shit. You were talking about the Shannon Sharp. It's like, oh, I got hacked. Someone over. Nah, bro, you was doing this shit, bro. Just admit you did it.
And then the next day, you're doing a fucking male enhancement.
Bro, it's okay. Like, my guy, Joe Budden, you did it. Just fucking admit that shit. Just be like, yo, I fucked up. I don't want to hear this young sleepwalking shit. Because if you were sleepwalking.
But let's say you're not sleepwalking. Let's say this is what happened. Which, why are you trying to get into this woman's apartment naked? You're pressing the code, trying to get, there's a story behind that. Like maybe him and her already had relations at one time.
Yeah.
He had the code at one time, and he was going in there. They were fucking around.
Yep.
She probably cut his ass off,
kicked him out,
changed the code. He didn't know.
Yep.
And he went in there trying to do that shit. And she had her daughters with her or some shit.
Yeah. Now you out here, you this naked dude not trying to get into the door. This shit look crazy, bro.
And it's like, bro, like. And there's been many. Joe Budden's career has been nothing but crash outs.
Nigga,
you're out with everybody.
You're a certified crash out, bro. Yeah. Like everyone knows you. Everyone's like, you crashed out. I'd be like, yo, I crashed out. I just had another moment. I crashed out.
He always has an excuse for his crash outs,
bro.
He does that like that deep voice.
Yeah.
Where he's like talking to you like. I don't know if you ever seen that episode. That shit I always like go to every like once a year. When he interviewed with Taxstone.
No.
And Taxstone's asking him question. He's like, well, he's just doing his like, and Taxstone's like, bro, I'm not one of your bitches. Give me the answer. You're giving me this fucking Joe Budden roundabout slick shit, bro. Shut the fuck up. And it's like, bro, sometimes and the thing is with him is that I've noticed. I used to be a big fan of his podcast when he had Rory and Maul.
Yeah.
Like I didn't miss an episode.
Everyone said
like,
that
was peak podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was funny as hell. And I think their falling apart was they were calling him out on his bullshit. Mm-hmm. Yes, they were friends.
Yeah.
And they were good friends.
Well, that's what
but there was time when the accounting was fucked up, and they're like, this shit don't make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he got rid of them for that.
Yeah.
These new guys, they're not asking him none of that shit. If their contract is fucked up, they're gonna either just leave or they're gonna take it up the ass because they got nothing else going on. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like Queez Flip, his supposedly. I mean, I don't follow the podcast, but sometimes it pops up on my Twitter feed. You know how they
yeah.
But the new Twitter, I'm not even following the person. Yep. Shit pops up on my feed.
Yep.
So it was a clip of Queez Flip's contract is up, and Joe Budden's not gonna renew it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, but Queez Flip is cool because he got his own shit going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe Flip looked at it like, you know what? I'm gonna be in the podcast for a year and then just branch off to my own shit.
Yeah.
But these other guys, they got nothing going on for them, so they ain't gonna sit.
Yeah.
And so Joe Budden is surrounding himself with people who are not gonna call him out.
Yeah.
And that's the problem because then this shit
happens. Yeah.
Shit like this happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe you had a friend sitting there and y'all was talking, you're like, yo, I be going over there next door to the lady ass naked smashing every week. And you're like, all right, cool, but why are you walking in the home naked? Like, yeah, you could do that, but like leave with your robe, dog. Like, you know what I mean? And maybe that would have avoided a lot of shit that just happened. That little friend saying some little thing to you. When you surround yourself with yes men, people who don't tell you that you fucking up, this is what happens.
You're right. And you know the biggest problem I have with Budden is he always talks like this a sophisticated as individual, but you crash out at everything. Even you see even the clips, you see him it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like you said, I'd be like, we just having a regular conversation. What the fuck are you doing all that? And
some of those crashes are funny though.
Yeah, I get it.
They got viral.
They have, but I'm saying it's a pattern with you. You always crashing out. You have no one to be like, hey, yo, bro, like we just having a conversation.
Like,
bro.
come on. He was like, shut the fuck up in 2024.
Yeah. It's like, bro,
that was funny.
That was funny. But I'm like, but when they're not funny, it's like you don't have anyone to be like, hey, yo, bro, like we not doing all that. And like I'm like, no, none of them. They are gonna, because they're underneath your branch. They're underneath your wing. They're not gonna say nothing because that's their money. Yeah. So like, you said, shit's just wild.
But it was crazy because just to finish this off, when Rory and Morph and Joe Budden first made the podcast, they had Charlamagne on. Mm-hmm. And Charlamagne said, this podcast when he's gonna break up. And they're like, oh, why? Actually, he's like, bro, Joe has crashed out everywhere he's gone. On Def Jam, on Slim Shady, on hip hop, Love and Hip Hop. Yeah. Every fucking thing he's been a part of, he's crashed out. He's gonna crash out on y'all. It's gonna happen.
Shout out to Charlamagne. You know, people give Charlamagne a lot hard time, but he's a dude I would think would do crash outs, and he doesn't. Yeah. So it just shows me.
Well, they more got on him in his earlier work. When he trolled a lot.
Yeah.
And he wanted to get a rise out of him. You know what I'm saying?
But he knows what he's doing. Whereas
now he's rebranded kind of. He doesn't really do that as much.
Yeah. Now
he asks tough questions, which I like about it.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna ask you something that normally
no one would do.
An interviewer will stay away from because they're scared the guy's gonna just wild out. You know what I mean? He'll ask those questions. So I give Charlamagne that, and he saw the pattern.
Yep.
And he's right. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, like kudos to Charlamagne. Like I didn't even know he did that, but it sounds like something Charlamagne would do. Like Charlamagne, he probably like, oh, bro, like this nigga got a history. He has a history. Like,
and it's 100% accurate. Everywhere you got, you crashed out. Why wouldn't you crash out now? It don't make no sense.
Your buddy, you're a certified crash out, boy.
Yeah, bro.
You're a certified crash.
And the podcast is in a struggle now.
Yep. And
it's been struggling to me. I mean, it gets viewership. He's making money off his Patreon. But I haven't watched the podcast since basically Rory and Moore left.
And the only time his podcast was popular, I would say, was when during the feud, the Drake and Kendrick feud. I think that's when he got a lot of viewership because they wanted to hear his. But like I said, everyone knows you're a Drake hater, so it's like then you got
he's had a feud with Drake for
exactly. So it's like
they run to him whenever something
exactly.
happens.
Yeah. So that's that. I think that's where he was most popular at. So, but Joe Budden, get some real people around you, bro. You're doing too much for me.
Yeah.
And the last topic: any New Year's resolutions?
Yep. My New Year's resolution is to stop vaping. So, in 2 weeks, if y'all see me vaping, report the YouTube page. That's it. End my shit, because I gotta chill with this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the New Year's resolution.
Probably for me, just travel a little bit more. I got a trip in DR coming up, and I'm usually the type of person who'd be like, I got a little too close, money a little tight.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go. Well, I can't do that. We gotta go. But like that's about it. Ain't nothing really.
That's a good resolution.
Yeah.
I gotta step up that too, because I'm just a homebody. I like I like being comfortable. That's my thing. So even if people invite me out, I like, where are we going? Where is the place at? Ask too many questions.
You gotta step outside.
Sometimes I gotta be like, where you going?
Yeah.
No questions.
I'm just going. Yeah. Just like people telling me, like even my older boy, he just hit me up last night. He's like, "Yo, you're on a bachelor party. Go to Miami in July." And I'm thinking, Miami. It's like once you start thinking like that, you automatically are once to get closer and be like, I'm not gonna go. Said immediately yes, I'm gonna go. I told my brother we're gonna set up a trip planner, like put money towards it. So nah, man, step outside your bubble. And the only other thing is we just trying to get this PGN website going on. So So we got some things going on. But if that anything else to say?
No. Good.
Follow us on PGN Pod on Twitter and on Instagram and on YouTube. And you guys come back, McGee. You want to do your tell them what to follow, Bringing in the Real, right?
Yeah. You can follow Bringing the Real TV on YouTube. I mean, if y'all on it right now, 54 people in here. I don't know if y'all on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's the biggest audience we have.
Yeah. I do have some bigger polls, but I don't remember the number. But yeah, we haven't dropped below 50 the whole podcast.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all for dropping.
But yeah, go to Bring the Real TV. You could go on there. I got other shit on there. I've slowed down with the artist interviews. I've just been super busy fixing some shit over here. But today I do battle rap reviews. So today's an event. If y'all into battle rap, I'm gonna be reviewing the battles today. The event starts at 3:00, so. I'm gonna be doing that most of the day because those battle rap pay-per-views last like 5-6 hours, bro.
Oh God.
Yeah, the battles be fucking wild, bro. Since literally Murder Mook battled Arsenal. I don't know if you know who those guys are. And bro, they battled Sunday at fucking 1 a.m. Bro, insane. But anyway, if y'all into battle rap, tune back into the YouTube. On my StreamYard or whatever, around 3:00, I'll be talking.
All right.
Enjoy y'all week 18.
Enjoy the rest of your week.
Enjoy the rest of your week.
Games.
Yep. We'll see y'all next week.